Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're watching recently, you may have seen me make the first overview video of the Memphis Model Railroad Club in Western Tennessee. For this video, I would like to present an overview of the big HO scale layout. It's quite impressive and it takes quite a long time just to walk around it. I must apologize in advance because some of the pan shots are a little bit too fast and therefore not as smooth as they could otherwise be. But with that apology out of the way, let's just turn the camera around and take a look at the railroad. This is the HO scale modular layout. And here is my host that invited me. This is Lee. Thank you for the invitation.
You're quite welcome.
We have a very long 13-track staging yard down the middle. I don't know if there's any turnaround at the end, I don't think so. But let's just head around this layout. It's a fairly old modular layout that was started when the NMRA was first coming out with their 3-track standards. It's quite a large steel mill complex here. Looks like it's only about half done. A lot of empty bench work in the back. Not quite sure how they're going to tie in or where, but I'm sure they've got plans. I'm told there are a couple of the members that are really big into steel mills, and it looks like they've done a pretty good job of it. Some engine facilities. Track cleaning train. Quite like the weathering on the nickel plate cement hoppers. Don't see many brass locomotives these days. Most of it's plastic. This is an area that they've just started expanding into this area where one of the members decided he wanted some much bigger curves for photographing his trains. Note the overkill with the bolts. I'll put my hand there to give you a size comparison. I'm told that this layout started off as a big oval and then it just expanded. Here's another staging yard. It's not the same as the last one. It's also attached the same way though via a Y. Doesn't look like it's quite as long. And it's 12 tracks wide if I counted correctly. As I was saying, they just added to it. The guy who described it said without much thought to the overall design, just adding modules bit by bit. Though I quite like the way this area turned out with the Y on the different levels. That looks scenically very interesting. I'm going to go back down the same aisle. This is their downtown industrial area. And I may as well walk around it, give you a view from both sides, rather than taking the shortcut ducking under. And here we are back to that same 2-level Y again. Well, it's 1-level Y with a track going underneath it.
Hey guys, we didn't throw the switch.
Let's see. Got some light engines here. Heavy engines running light.
Don't run.
I guess it's on its way to pick up its train somewhere. This is the first Schnabel car that I've actually seen in the flesh. Mostly I've only seen them in other YouTube videos. Look at the overhang on the sharp curve. Maybe we should stand here and watch the switcher at work for a moment. Maybe I will return to this scene later from the other side. I guess here's the wrenches for those nuts that we just saw. Yeah, size comparison, they look about right. I did meet this gentleman earlier. He is actually a full-size railroad engineer. Okay, so now we've been around all sides of this junction area. It's back to where the Schnabel car was parked earlier. And we get a third viewpoint of the Y with underpass. Just in time to see a long coal drag with only a single locomotive.
They're all custom made. I'm gonna have to custom make one for my ballast car. I'm sorry if I made you wrong.
It's okay, you're not in my way. I guess they're load testing this engine. If that's the case, I'd say it passes. There's got to be 30 cars on there at least. And this is back to where I started filming this layout. I'm going to go and see if I can get an invitation to go inside the layout. I'll be right back. Well, I did get an invitation to go inside, and I found the duck under. Now I am the other side. I'm just pointing the camera back towards the Y with the underpass just for reference, so we know where we were, or where we are. This is the other side of that scenic run where we saw the coal drag. And I'm liking the scenery in this area. Not quite sure what they're doing there. I'm just going to go through this bit quite quickly. There's not a huge amount to see there. And this is the area that I ended at the last clip from the outside. And this is the very long staging yard. Tracks are extremely closely spaced here. When I design layouts, I normally like to spread the staging tracks a little bit more than normal for extra finger room. They haven't done that, so obviously they felt they didn't need to. And this engine terminal module is not attached. It's an inch lower than the staging yard. Alright, I am now coming up on the steel mill module. We'll get a chance to have a look at it from the other side. There is the backside of that engine terminal I showed you earlier. Oh, plexiglass side on the roundhouse. Didn't know that was there. There's probably too much glare to see in there very well. Oh, that's neat. They've even got a tender with the corner cut off it where it hits the plexiglass. I guess that is a static model only. Let's see if I can get the camera where we can see it better. I'm sorry, there's too much glare. I don't think I'm showing it very well. Okay, that might be the best view possible. Oh well, you just have to take my word for it. They have a tender with the corner cut off as a static model. And then here is the shorter of the two staging yards from the inside. Another industrial area that only just started. And back to where I watched the switcher at work from the other side again. Well, I've now documented the N scale layout and the two HO scale layouts. There are still 4 more railroads at this end of the room. Here's an N-scale layout, which is in the early stages of construction. They have line L, 3 rail, they have a G-scale layout, and in the middle distance in this direction there is also S-scale. But I am a bit short of time. I don't really have a lot of time to go around all of those, so I'm just going to wind this up here. Maybe I'll have an opportunity for another visit. Well, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed the show. Maybe in future I will get the opportunity to go back and make some more in-depth shots of a few selected areas of the railroads there. But until next time, thanks for watching and bye for now.